can invite some friends over to play video games. Sorry I hurt your feelings with that one. You don't have any friends.
I have friends. Let me show you. This is my friend Tim. He's a tree. You're my friend, right, Tim? Hey Nathaniel, I'm gonna give you some advice to help you play hide and seek with your friends. So, first off, these are pretty basic. Make sure you're not, hide behind something, clearly, and make sure you're breaking the line of sight so they can't see you. That'll help. And second step, step behind cover or into the shadows, okay? Step into the shadows. Next, what you do is keep quiet. This is key, okay? Now, we need to bump this up to the next level, okay? We're not just playing some hide and seek here. We need to really get into it. So, I suggest wear all black, okay? And it says step into the shadows, but I think you need to become one with the shadows, okay? To hide. So, then, you're becoming a ninja at this point, to play hide and seek. Now you might be like, well, I don't have any kunai or ninja stars. Well, good for you. Kunai were just shovels, okay? So just grab a garden shovel, boom, you have a weapon. I mean, if someone finds you, just make sure their body's not found, okay? Next, you want to scope your surroundings. If you don't know where you are, how are you going to know where to hide? You got to know where the shadows are to be there, okay? But what if, you're playing a competitive game of this, okay? Competitive hide-and-go-seek. I don't know why you're playing competitive hide-and-go-seek, but this is what's happening. You need to know, okay, the first tips, they're going to help me against, 6th graders. Unless you're a 6th grader, in which case, those are great tips. But they're going to help you against, way younger kids, but what do I do when it gets really competitive, real competitive? First, climb a tree. If there's any trees are great places to hide, especially in complete darkness. If you have to follow all the first tips, but that should help. Climb a tree, okay? Go swimming. They might think you're an alligator, and they probably leave you alone. But this is only in really, really competitive situations do we need you to get in water or to climb said tree, when you really need to win. You might be thinking, okay, I know how to hide, but what if I have to count first, okay? What don't you have a chance? So first, obviously count. You don't want to cheat or anything. But then how to find people. What you want to do is first open your eyes. It's very important. Become one with the shadows yet again, except this time, hunt through the shadows. A really good strategy that I've found out, that if you're playing with small kids, this really annoys them. So if you go to Surrey and you say, find me, and then you say, let's say your cousin's name John and Jeff, I don't know, and they're little cousins. You say find them, okay, on your iPhone. Your iPhone gets confused, then it finds your location, okay? And then as you walk around, this is after you already know where they are, but they don't know you know where they are. So then you act like your phone has navigated you to your cousins. And then your cousins get really mad because, well, you just found them, but you're like, then they're like, oh, there's no way that actually worked. But then you show them your phone, and it shows you the house they're at. So they're like, what? And another strategy that works when you're playing with, younger siblings or cousins or whatever is, I call this the radar technique. What you do is you make some sort of noise, okay? And what you do, as you get closer to them, because assumably you're playing with young enough children that they're really bad at hiding, and you know where they are. So then you get the noise beep, beep, beep. It gets louder as you get towards them. So then they think your radar is going off, and you're actually just making the noise because you know where they are. So you're like, oh, do I hear something? I getting closer? Oh, oh, oh. See, it works. I think it's a super fun technique to use, personally. I would suggest using it. Okay, so I think those are all the tips for seeking I can give you. But there's one tip that I think will really help you. So when you're playing hide and seek, you can't play with your imaginary friends. You have to have real ones.